Good morning. It is 8:24 a.m. on Friday, December 14th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, one more day until my Extra Life game, and we got some good momentum yesterday in the donations. We're up to, I think, $575 raised for children's hospitals. That's fantastic. I am pumped. And of course, the big game day weekend is almost here, and good stuff. But what I'm going to focus on today is Into the Spider-Verse, because I went to see it last night, and you guys, it's really good. I loved it so much. It's so good. It's so good, you guys. I liked it a lot. I will avoid spoilers. Only things that have been shown in the trailer. I'll consider those free reign, but otherwise I won't get into it too much. Although what I will say is a lot of the story beats are, the word predictable has a bad connotation. I don't want to suggest a negative in that regard. What I will say is that I did predict many story beats on the basis of what I wanted the story to do, and it did. That's a good way to maybe put that. In any event, I really, really liked it. If you are not familiar at all, the basic premise is that we're following a kid named Miles Morales. His dad is an African-American cop. His mother is, I think, Cuban. They don't specify, but she is Latina, and she's a nurse. He is a kid who has passed the entrance exam and won a lottery to go to a special magnet school, and he's feeling under a lot of pressure. And this is a world where Spider-Man exists. And then, of course, he gets his own spider powers at the same time that a big multiversal parallel dimension thing is happening, and other people with spider powers from other dimensions are brought into his, and they all have to work together to save the universe. And it sounds very complicated, and it is very complicated, but not, at least for me. I'll admit that I am perhaps more savvy on these particular subjects than the average moviegoer, but I was never lost. I was never confused. And I'm a big Spider-Man fan, which has both the pros and cons of me sort of being inherently there, but also caring a lot about how things go. And it's just, it tells a fun, so it's primarily Miles' story, and it handles that really well. He's so great, and yet his challenges feel real, and oh man, I'm struggling to just talk about oh, here's all the cool stuff that happens. I think that it really expertly remixes some of the big storylines that Miles has participated in the comics, hitting a lot of the same beats that the comics have, but combining them in, mix and matching them into configurations that were different than what they were in the comics, but still staying true to the story that made Miles great and is going to keep him sticking around for a while. Haha. It's a lot of fun, and it's moving, and it's a good Spider-Man story. It's a good Miles Morales story. It's a good movie. It's exciting. The animation is really kind of incredible, especially in that it literally has different animation styles for the characters from different universes, which is kind of bonkers. And I really like so much about it. It's I, two thumbs up, sticking to the ceiling, in my opinion. I guess I'll go ahead and leave it there. I think that if you're at all interested, you should definitely see it, and I recommend it thoroughly. And so, as a reminder, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, tomorrow and Sunday are my Extra Life game, where I will be running 12 hours of Dungeons and Dragons on Saturday and another 12 hours on Sunday, continuing one big campaign for 24 hours in over the course of the weekend. And this is all to benefit the charity known as Extra Life, which sends proceeds to children's hospitals. And you can donate too. You can join the people that are donating and helping children's hospitals by buying cool imaginary fantasy things to happen in this game or in my other game, So Many Levels. For example, one donor has purchased a living or a sentient magical wardrobe like from Beauty and the Beast that will be in the party's house once they get it in the game this weekend. You can buy crazy bonkers things like that too. You can choose anything you want if you check out the donor rewards on the Extra Life page, and the link will be below. So please check that out. And also, you can go see Spider-Man. And then this weekend, tomorrow and Sunday, please check out my live stream, twitch.tv/Christiana Ellis, and you can watch live as we make ourselves crazy with fun and play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons and do some good in the world for children's hospitals. And I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes. And then a lot of D&D.